powers be.
This is ABC World News Tonight. Reporting tonight from Los Angeles.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us for this special edition of World News Tonight. I'm Tom Yamas, reporting from the Academy Awards. And a short time from now, that worldwide celebration of the movies, the Oscars, will take place. This is a look now at the red carpet right behind me. We'll have much more on that in a moment. But we begin tonight with that father of a fallen Navy SEAL speaking out, revealing to the Miami Herald that he refused to meet with President Trump. William Ryan Owens was killed in a secret mission in Yemen last month. The president and his daughter Ivanka quietly traveling to Dover Air Force Base for the dignified transfer of his remains. But Ryan's grieving father says he has too many questions about his son's death to meet with the commander-in-chief, and he's now calling for an investigation into how and why his son died. ABC's David Curley is at the White House tonight.
Tonight, the father of the only Navy SEAL to die in that raid in Yemen last month is calling on the president to investigate Ryan Owens' death. The government owes my son an investigation, William Owens told the Miami Herald, with a direct message to the president. Quote, "Don't hide behind my son's death to prevent an investigation." We watched the president and his daughter Ivanka travel to Dover Air Force Base.
I just returned from an amazing visit with a great family at Dover, and it was something very sad, very beautiful. Ryan, a great man.
But William Owens told military officials he didn't want to meet Mr. Trump, adding, quote, "I didn't want to make a scene about it, but my conscience wouldn't let me talk to him." He also questioned the raid. Why at this time did there have to be this stupid mission when it wasn't even barely a week into his administration? The Trump administration has called the raid a success.
It was highly successful. It achieved the purpose it was going to get.
Saying valuable intelligence was found on computers and phones. But along with Owens' life, a tilt-rotor aircraft was lost. Senator John McCain questioned the administration's characterization.
When you lose a $75 million airplane, and more importantly, American life is lost and wounded, I don't believe that you can call it a success.
This morning, George Stephanopoulos asked the White House spokesperson if the father will see an investigation.
His son is a true American hero, and we should forever be in his son's debt.
Does the president want an investigation?
I haven't had the chance to speak with him directly about that, but I would imagine that he would be supportive of that.
William Owens told the Herald he didn't vote for President Trump, and he was troubled by the president's treatment during the campaign of the cons.
Have you even read the United States Constitution?
The Gold Star family.
Have you ever been to Arlington Cemetery?
He was, very emotional and probably looked like a nice guy to me. His wife, if you look at his wife, she was standing there. She had nothing to say. Maybe she wasn't allowed to have anything to say. You tell me.
David Curley joins us live from the White House. David, we're learning details that an investigation of Ryan Owens' death will take place?
It will. It has not started yet, according to the Pentagon, Tom. Right now, they're investigating the civilian deaths. Several people were killed in that raid. And as a routine, there will be an investigation into Owens' death. It has not started yet, Tom.
David Curley for us at the White House tonight. David, thank you. Meanwhile, calls for an independent prosecutor to look into the ties between Russia and the president's campaign growing louder tonight. One prominent Republican now weighing in, but the president is still pushing back and blaming the media. ABC's Gloria Riviera with the latest.
Tonight, President Trump battling those reports that members of his campaign spoke with Russians to help win the election. Tweeting, "Russia talk is fake news put out by the Dems and played up by the media in order to mask the big election defeat and the illegal leaks." This comes amidst growing calls for an official investigation from both sides of the aisle. A prominent Republican calling for a special prosecutor and that the Attorney General should recuse himself.
You're going to need to use the special prosecutor's statute and office to take, not just to recuse, you can't just give it to your deputy.
Both the House and the Senate have already launched investigations. Republican Senator Marco Rubio underscoring the need for a nonpartisan probe.
I think it's very important that the work of the Senate Intelligence Committee be 100% credible.
Former Trump campaign manager Corey Lewandowski echoing the president's denial.
Never, ever, ever did I or anyone that I know of have communication or contact with anyone from Russia or the Russian government whatsoever.
In Washington last night, the president dined with his daughter Ivanka and husband Jared Kushner at his hotel. With the UK's Nigel Farage, the vocal proponent of Great Britain's departure from the EU, Brexit, just hours after announcing he will not be dining with those he has called the enemy, the media, at this year's White House Correspondents' Dinner. When asked about those calls for Attorney General Sessions to recuse himself from the Russia investigation, the White House said, "We're not there yet." Tom?
Gloria Rivera for us tonight. Gloria, thank you. Next to another major story we're following tonight, that Mardi Gras horror in New Orleans. One of the biggest parades winding through the streets when a pickup truck tore through the crowd, then slammed into a dump truck. The driver pulled from his truck, now facing charges. 28 people were injured, including young children. ABC's Adrian Bankert in New Orleans tonight.
A chaotic and horrific scene unfolded after that pickup truck crashed into a crowd along the parade route. The celebration turning into a triage zone.
Orleans and North Carolina Avenue. A vehicle struck the crowd. We have multiple injuries.
At 6:42 Saturday night, at one of the biggest Mardi Gras events of the weekend, authorities say Nielsen Rizzuto plowed into a couple of cars, a dump truck, and these revelers, injuring 28 people, some critically.
It was terrifying because we didn't know if it was on purpose or not.
First responders arriving within minutes, people laying out on the ground and on stretchers, cars mangled, some searching for loved ones.
It was total chaos because you have people all over the place, so no one knew who was hurt.
The youngest victim, just a year old. Tonight, the New Orleans Police Department says Rizzuto faces charges including first-degree negligent injury and reckless operation of a vehicle. The 25-year-old hauled off, his blood alcohol content 0.23, nearly 3 times the legal limit.
We suspect that subject was highly intoxicated. He is in custody. He is being investigated right now.
As you can see behind us, Mardi Gras revelers are not deterred by what happened this weekend. Now, some witnesses said Rizzuto appeared out of it. Others saying he swerved to avoid hitting pedestrians. He'll be in court tonight. Tom?
Adrian Bankert with that scary scene down in New Orleans. Adrian, thank you. As Hollywood prepares for its big night here, reactions are pouring in after the news that actor Bill Paxton has died suddenly at the age of 61. ABC's Kana Whitworth with what happened.
Bill Paxton, the prolific actor, dying unexpectedly after complications from surgery. Paxton first made a splash in the 1985 teen comedy Weird Science.
You die, she walks out of here with a severe limp.
Hey, not me, man. He proved to be a versatile actor, appearing in director James Cameron's Aliens.
Well, that's great.
And teaming up with Cameron again in supporting roles in True Lies and Titanic.
I'm a believer.
Today, Cameron releasing a statement saying the world is a lesser place for his passing. Paxton got his first crack as a leading man in the 1996 blockbuster movie Twister. But proved most popular in ensemble movies, appearing in Apollo 13 with a bevy of co-stars, including Tom Hanks. Hanks tweeting today, Bill Paxton was simply a wonderful man. A wonderful man. In more recent years, Paxton found success on TV as the patriarch of HBO's Big Love.
I do not want to cut a deal. I want to crush him. This is war.
And also in the acclaimed miniseries Hatfield and McCoys, garnering an Emmy nomination.
At this point, this is just kind of all gravy.
Despite his long and prolific career, Paxton never won an Academy Award. It's highly likely that some of his fellow actors will pay tribute to him tonight, both during the show and right here on the red carpet. Tom?
Kana Whitworth just below us down there at the Oscars. Kana, thank you so much. Next to that breaking news we've been following, the nationwide manhunt for a suspect wanted for questioning in the murders of 2 women in Mississippi. Authorities say he may already be hundreds of miles away, traveling in a car that belonged to one of the victims, and they warn he is armed and extremely dangerous. ABC's Eva Pilgrim with the details.
An urgent nationwide search tonight for this man, wanted for questioning following the murders of 2 women and the shooting of a third. Investigators in Mississippi saying 28-year-old Alex Deaton is a person of interest in the shooting spree. The first victim discovered Thursday.
I'm sure gonna miss her.
69-year-old Brenda Strickland Pinter shot and killed while cleaning her church, her husband finding her.
There was some blood on their right neck, right here some, and some on the floor.
Early Friday morning, a jogger calling for help.
Need you en route. Got a female shot in the leg.
The woman telling authorities a man in a small white SUV shot her from his driver's window. Later in the day, police doing a welfare check discover a body. 30-year-old Heather Robinson. Her SUV, a white 2012 GMC Arcadia, similar to this one, missing. Her boyfriend, Alex Deaton, also missing. Investigators now connecting all three cases to Deaton. They think he is still driving that white SUV with Mississippi Nurses Foundation plates. Authorities warning tonight Deaton may be on the move and could be in Oklahoma. He is considered armed and extremely dangerous. Tom?
Eva Pilgrim for us tonight. Eva, thank you. Next to a disturbing incident at a Jewish cemetery in Philadelphia. A man arriving to visit his father's grave finding dozens of headstones broken or knocked over. Police are now investigating this after more than 150 gravestones were damaged at a Jewish cemetery near St. Louis last week. Back here in LA, the preparations for Oscars' big night are kicking into high gear. The audience is beginning to arrive on the red carpet behind me under the canopy in case it rains tonight. And after a year of stunning political and social change, the audience here and around the world are also bracing for what could be an especially unpredictable night. Tonight, Hollywood and politics expected to collide, capping an award season like never before. Just last night, Casey Affleck accepting a Film Independent Spirit Award, directly criticizing President Trump.
The policies of this administration are abhorrent and they will not last. They're really un-American.
Oscars host Jimmy Kimmel, keenly aware of this season's political charge.
People are fired up on both sides, and so I think it would be a mistake to ignore that.
It's Kimmel's second major award show this season.
I'll tell you, the Emmys are so diverse this year, the Oscars are now telling people we're one of their closest friends.
For the past 2 years, critics calling for change after all 20 acting nominations at the Oscars went to white performers. Hashtag #OscarsSoWhite taking off on social media. Chris Rock addressing it at last year's show.
Well, I'm here at the Academy Awards, otherwise known as the White People's Choice Awards.
But this year, 7 actors of color nominated, including a record-setting 6 black actors and 4 films up for Best Picture, reflecting that diversity.
Yeah, as long as you're in my house, you put a sir on the end of it when you talk to me.
Yes, sir. Like Fences, starring Viola Davis and Denzel Washington. Both are nominated. Washington already has 2 Oscars. Another win tonight would be a historic moment for the actor and the industry. His co-stars acknowledging the emotion behind tonight's awards.
What does it mean to have the film nominated with so many awards this time around after that kind of backlash?
Black or white, I mean, there's just a lot of wonderful films. And that's what you want to be. You want to be a part of the state of the art. And that's what we're proud to be a part of.
Another contender for Best Picture, Moonlight. It tells the journey of a young black child to manhood, struggling to find himself in a tough Miami neighborhood. Naomi Harris, nominated for Best Supporting Actress, plays his mother.
Why you didn't come home like you're supposed to? Huh? And who is you?
It's a wonderful feeling to have all these diverse voices, diverse characters and communities and aspects of history being represented.
And while the Academy acknowledges progress has been made, President Cheryl Boone Isaac says there is still more to be done.
That's exactly what we're all working on, right? And those people have the talent and the creativity.
It no doubt will be an exciting night, and we'll have much more from the Oscars later in the broadcast. Still ahead on this special edition of World News Tonight on Sunday. An update on a heartbreaking crime. The 3rd grade honor student gunned down after a traffic accident. Plus, pinpointing your location during an emergency. Do you have the new app that police say could save your life? And why the famous actress nominated is not attending Hollywood's biggest night. Plus, more red carpet secrets.
This is ABC World News Tonight, brought to you by Pfizer.
Your body was made for better things than rheumatoid arthritis. Before you and your rheumatologist move to another treatment, ask if Xeljanz is right for you. Xeljanz is a small pill for adults with moderate to severe RA for whom methotrexate did not work well. Xeljanz can reduce joint pain and swelling in as little as 2 weeks and help stop further joint damage. Xeljanz can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections, lymphoma, and other cancers have happened. Don't start Xeljanz if you have an infection, tears in the stomach, or